Let's
start.
go. Thank you, Lord.
All right, let's get this started. Hello,
Woo.
everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to the Golden Experience. I'm so excited to bring it all to you guys, along with some of the leaders that got to come along. It was just such an unforgettable trip, an unforgettable experience. And I am so excited to share it with you and for us to bring the experience to you as much as possible. We dressed in all white in honor of our welcome party. So I see Sandra's dressed in white. So exciting. And if you guys can, if you want to share your cameras, we'd love to see you. I know we have our beauty influencers here, but we also have invited some guests. So welcome in. If you guys can drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. I think it automatically muted everyone. So I have Brooke, I have Adriana, Juanita, and Adela joining me today. And if you ladies want to add anything, you can just hit the like raise hand so I know to unmute you. All right, we have Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Illinois, Puerto Rico, New York, Tampa, another girly from Illinois. We have Ohio in the house, Toronto. Is that your team, Adriana? We have Miss Vancouver on the call with us, so I'm excited to have Colorado here. Indiana, more Colorado. India, wow. Another Canada sister. Another Colorado girl. This is so exciting. Hi, Michelle. I'm glad you were able to make it. Michelle's at work, but I'm glad she's able to hop on. We have Palmdale, California, Whittier, California, France. We're global. We are worldwide. We're Mrs. Worldwide, Miss Worldwide girlies. But Kentucky. All right, and if there's someone that you want to share this call with, please send the link out. Everyone is invited. We want to share this experience with so many more people. It was something that it exceeded my expectations, and I came back and I was just like, we need to help more people experience what we have just experienced because that was a trip of a lifetime and a trip that I probably would have never gone on if I hadn't said yes to pharmacy. So I am very excited to just share it with all of you. If you guys have not met me yet, I know we have beauty influencers here, but we also have guests. And if you are a guest on the call, we are so happy you're here. Drop a one in the chat if you're a beauty influencer and a two in the chat if you are a guest and you are not a beauty influencer yet and you're here to learn about how you can start earning brand trips like you see on the Instagram pages, on the TikTok pages. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the Tarte brand trips, but I was someone who would look on Instagram and watch all of these Instagram girls and just be like, wow, I wish that could be me. And when we were on this trip in Turkey, we were taking pictures, we were looking at them. I was like, Adriana, we look like the Instagram girls. Like, this is so crazy. And, I would watch these girls post. I would watch people go out to eat for free. I would watch people get, clothes shipped to them and trying on clothes and sharing the links. And I was like, I want free clothes. I want free beauty products. I want to go on trips and travel the world. And I want another company to pay for it. And, I started out in this industry with just 1,000 followers, and I just thought it could never be me. And, all of us that you are going to hear from today, we've all been here for less than a year. We've all been partnered with this beauty brand for less than a year. And I'm speaking for all of us. I don't think any of us thought we were going to experience what we just experienced a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But it's really, amazing to see what can change when you decide to say yes to opportunities that are uncomfortable or that you are just like, I don't know if I could ever do that. And what's special about what we do here is once you come into this space and come into this community, we teach you the skill sets. That's something that I never had. I came from the hospitality industry. I was serving, wings. I was serving beer. I was like very far away from being the person selling a lip gloss on Instagram or making a TikTok. And I came into this space, and what I quickly learned was that, we get taught the skill sets. We get taught, how to create the content, and we get the mentorship that give us the skill sets to become content creators and to start learning how to share on social media. And we also get to dip our feet into the world of entrepreneurship and learn how to become business owners. So this world of network marketing, it's allowed me to get into the content creation space and influencing over the last 7 years. It's allowed me to, ignite that businesswoman side of me, the entrepreneur side of me that I never knew was in there. And, we just got back yesterday, the day before yesterday. I can't even count my days. With that being said, we just got back 2 days ago, I think, from an all paid for brand trip. It was a luxury 5-star experience where we had 3-course fine dining meals, we had boat parties, we had excursions paid for, and our company flew us out there. They flew us out to Istanbul. They bought us another plane ticket to Cappadocia and then another plane ticket back home. They paid for 2 different luxury hotels. We got to stay in a 5-star hotel in Istanbul, which you guys are going to see. And then they put us in a cave hotel, which was such an experience. I saw views that I never thought I would see before. And, it was just something that I would dream of as a little girl, to be able to go and travel and to have it all taken care of by a beauty brand that I love, that I use every single day, that I get to, share with other people. So I believe that I'm not just here to change my own life with this opportunity. I'm here to change the lives of other people that I come across with this opportunity. So we want to bring the golden experience back to all of you, and we want to teach you guys how to earn beauty brand trips like we've been able to with this. So I want you all to know, as you're watching this is something that's for everyone, not just for, the 20, 30-year-old influencer that you see with 100,000 followers that knows how to do all these cool transitions and talk on Instagram or TikTok. This is for absolutely anyone that's willing to get uncomfortable and learn new skill sets, because the people you're going to hear from today, we are all so different. It doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter your follower count on Instagram. I've seen so many different stories, so many different people, so many different demographics from so many walks of life on this trip. They sent over 300 people on this trip, paid for. And I just calculated, like, I went and calculated the cost of my hotel for both stays, my flights, and I was just like, they did this for 300 people. They transported us in 4 different big buses. The buses were branded with Pharmacy Golden Trip. It was just out of this world, and it is all achieved by such an attainable rank that really anyone can achieve. I've been in this industry for almost 10 years now, and I was able to hit top ranks in my previous company. I recently switched over to pharmacy, and what we were given here on this trip, what I had to do in previous places, it was so much more. So I'm excited for you all to hear and see what we've been able to experience here with pharmacy. And I'm excited for you all to hear from other people that have been on this trip with me. So I am going to share my screen, and I'm going to hand it off to, uh, one second. I'm actually going to share with you guys the hotel that we stayed at before I hand it off to Juanita. And so you guys can see where they allowed us to stay. We stayed at the Siragan Palace. It's a Kempinski hotel. And when I saw them announce that this was the hotel that we were staying at, I was just like, we're staying at a palace. So this is where we stayed in Istanbul. It's a previous palace, and it is a palace. And we had like a five-star breakfast paid for every single morning. You could have as many plates as you want. And every morning we were fed. Every morning we were taken care of. They had housekeeping, they had room service, they had the whole nine yards. And it was on the Bosphorus. I don't know if it's a sea or a river. It's a body of water. So we had like ocean views, and it was just so, so, so beautiful. We wanted to give you guys an inside look of what the hotel looked like, and where, this is where they stayed last year. I have a feeling that this is where they're going to put us again next year. If not, even better. They're going to pick another great location, but this is usually where we stay for the golden trips. So this was a little bit of what the hotel looked like. You can even search their Instagram, see the videos, see the photos, but it was just out of this world. I could not stop taking pictures. But I'll go ahead and hand it off to Juanita, and she's gonna share a little bit about our white party.
Hello, hi, my name is Juanita. I've been here a year exactly. Um, I'm a Golden Director. This trip was by far, I've been in the industry for 5 years. I've earned 8+ trips in my prior company. And when I tell you, I'm in such disbelief. I've never experienced a trip like this. Never, ever, ever have I felt so spoiled, so appreciated, it was just amazing from beginning to end, amazing. Usually, so before I go on to the white party, like usually in the trips that I've gone into in the past with my prior company, it was like we had to spend a lot of money. We had to go and do all these extravagant things. They would do like an intro party for us, and that's it. It was each to our own. This trip was paid for from beginning to end. It was amazing. So they started off with a white party. That was like our day two. We had a white party. It was at a Michelin restaurant. What was the name of the restaurant? I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but it was at a palace, at a separate palace than what we were staying at. And you guys, it was Sultan's house. Yes, correct. That it was at Sultan's house. So it was at a palace, and they had us wear all white. It was so elegant, you guys, so elegant. So the minute you walk in, like they had candlelight everywhere. Our dining area was stunning. Everything, I'm not even exaggerating how stunning it was. And it was so much fun. And they had a 5 course meal for us. A 4 course, yes, a 4 course meal. I thought I had five. The food just kept coming and coming. But it was just so nice to like start bonding with everybody, because before the dinner even started, they had like wine and appetizers for us. It was just everything very, very detailed. And that's how we basically started our day two was at Sultan's Palace, and then we had our white party. And then the next day was our boat party, as if things couldn't get any better. So when they told us we were going to have a boat party, I did not think it was going to be as extravagant as it was. This was like a huge yacht. And this was a really, really fun night because it was like dancing and everybody was mingling. And mind you, everything that we do, like this made us all get like Kat, like Adriana, like some of the girls on this call with me right now, like yes, I've seen them on Zoom calls. We might have messaged here and there, but it really like helped us bond together. So that was like what made this trip so special too. Like you build friendships. So the boat party. So we were all like in amazing views. Okay, first of all, Turkey was never on my bucket list. I don't think I ever even thought about Turkey being so beautiful. The views from the boat ride were amazing. We were all in awe. And then they had a dinner for us on the boat, and I don't think we realized that the dinner was going to be on the boat. We were already having fun and just thought the boat alone was amazing. And then when they told us, dinner was served, it was on the bottom deck. It was stunning. Everything they had set up for us was stunning, detailed, menu laid out for us, open bar, a DJ. It was literally, they did not go cheap on us. Like everything was just spoiled. Pharmacy does not do average. They do not. And this trip was by far like proof of that. Yes, we were definitely spoiled. So I want to say like the boat ride, and honestly I couldn't even pick what was my favorite because everything was just stunning. So everybody has to work for Turkey Trip next year. Everybody needs to experience this.
Yeah, and if you're not in pharmacy yet, all of us started this 1 year ago, and we all were able to achieve this within 1 year. So I just want you to imagine where you could be a year from now if you say yes to opportunities that are presented to you that might feel uncomfortable. If you're on this call, it's not a coincidence. I believe in God incidences, and I believe you're brought here on purpose for a purpose. So I'm getting excited all over again, but we'll pass it over to Adela, and we'll let Adela share her experience. Let me unmute you, friend.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Good. Hi, guys. My name is Adela. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited. I'm sleepy, tired, but I feel like I live one entire month in Turkey because this company is so amazing. It was a go, go, go. Let me tell you a little bit more about me before I say things about the Pharmacity and the balloon ride. I've been in homeschooling my kids for the last 4 years, and I've been a stay-home mom for the last 10 years. So when I started last August, in this industry for first time, never did anything like that in my life, only like retail. So I was looking for an extra income to pay a brand new car for my mom, but I also was looking for a community. Can you imagine how my life changed in the past year, right? Being at home and then now having so many friends, so many people. Like Juanita says, we see each other in the calls and we text each other and we share things, but being together, it builds such a beautiful friendship in this trip. I realize that we have the best of the best in this company. I'm telling you, I was amazed since the moment I started. Like we land, everybody was helping each other, giving each other like tips, and I was so amazed all the time. What was that? Okay, so Pharmacity, the
Wait, Adela,
first,
is this
yes.
is it have you done anything like this before?
No, my trajectory, when I came to United States, I was 21 and I started retail since like my whole life here until I stopped working to take care of my kids and I was I'm the CEO of my home. So I was okay. I think it's time for me to start looking for a good community of women that we can like do business together, pray together, learn. Imagine I learned in this company, in this industry, how to do a Zoom call, how to do a Canva, how to start building a team, how to lead. Um, it's like so many things in 1 year that I was like, my husband always say, even if you're not making any money, this is the best thing that happened to you. So, but I'm making money. As a matter of fact, in September was my first month when I ran director and I make over $3,000. And I was like, I can pay my mom's car for 6 months. So I think this is the right place to be. So I'm building my Spanish team, but I'm so happy to be in this call and share with you guys. In the moment I walk in Pharmacity, I was very impressed that how clean everything is, how organized spotless, how they run that company so well. Everybody was so happy in that manufacturer. You can see that people, like the employees, were so happy to be part of it. So it's just, I see how successful this company is and how successful we can be in this company. And of course, success is more sweeter when you share with others. So I was like, as soon as I was out of that manufacturer, I was thinking I need to share this success and this experience with other girlies. And that way they can experience the same thing that we saw. And for me, it was so beautiful. That was Pharma City, and the next day, I would love Brooke to talk a little bit more about this like details about ingredients, how they do that, because I feel like she can do very well on this part. But let me share my experience with the balloon. So we went to bed at 1:30 the day before of the balloons. So the same day, basically, because we went to bed at 1:30 and get up at 3:30 in the morning. So we basically sleep 2 hours. So we run to, they pick us up. Everything was paid, absolutely everything. They don't even ask us for a credit card in the hotel in Cappadocia. So there you go. You guys can see everybody in the balloon ride. But let me share some special moment. My friend Maria, she was my roomie, and I can see she's the best roomie ever. We connect immediately, and she was telling me that she was afraid of height. And I say, okay, tomorrow we have 2 hours to sleep. Tomorrow they're gonna pick us up at 3:30. Let's do it. You can do it, friends. So we put those beautiful dresses to take picture, and we went to the balloon ride, and she jumped in the basket. We all were like so excited, and she started like crying of happiness, and she was like, can't believe I did this. And I was so excited for her. We hugged each other. Juanita was there, and Michelle, so she can tell you more about this. So she was like, I did it. So sometimes she basically break a fear in that moment. And sometimes we feel like this fear of not doing this business because we're not gonna do it right. And it's just remind me like, if you try, I'm sure it's gonna be just fine. So what else? The balloon was amazing. I wasn't afraid at all. I think it was a smooth ride. The um picture is, how do you say, how
It doesn't do it justice.
exactly. I mean, yes,
No words
no
at
words.
all.
No words.
Can't
And these
explain
guys
an
were
experience, but we're trying really hard for you guys. You just have to experience it for
exactly. That's my goal next year. How like C9 and Emirates say you guys have to bring 2 or 4 girlies next year, and that's my goal, to bring at least 2 of my girls to see how incredible this company is.
Thank you, Adela. Your story is so impactful, friend. It really is. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and now we're gonna hand it off to my bestie girl, Adriana.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Kat and Adela Juanita. I just love hearing the excitement in your voices still. Like, clearly, we're just so all on cloud nine. I don't even know what day it is, what time it is. I don't even care. I'm just been in my messages and DMs and getting back to people about getting started. Maddie on the line. She's joining us all the way from India and checking out our team. So there's just so much opportunity here. And before I go into our city tours, which was one of my favorite parts, a little bit about me is I'm your redeemed baddie. So like a lot of these girls have education and whatnot. I was kicked out of school, graduated grade 13, had my son when I was 20 years old. I made a lot of poor choices, rebellious decisions. And I actually said no to direct selling network marketing for 6 years. I thought I was, nobody, I just thought all of the negative things. And it wasn't until I was in need that I said yes. And I can't even imagine if I let my stubbornness and my fear get in the way of saying yes to this industry, because I always like to say now, I make a master's degree income without a master's degree at all. You don't need to have any form of previous education, so non-discriminatory. You can be any age, any race, any background, history, all over the world. And this opportunity is here for you. And something we don't even show you in this is that we have a whole online learning platform, a school platform. We have so many resources and tools to help you learn and become this next level version of yourself. And I just joined pharmacy in December. And for me, it was actually just because I wanted to make friends. I moved from Canada down to Florida. I say I'm living the Canadian dream. And I just wanted friends. And that's really what I've got here. Like one of my favorite parts before going into this was actually the smaller moments in between, like on the bus or on the plane ride and getting really close with the girls and learning so much more about them and becoming inspired by their work ethic. And I think sometimes I've had the like fear or insecurity of calling myself an influencer. Like, who wants to hear me talking, about this or about that? But seeing Kat walk around being like, so we just finished our pottery class and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, like I'm inspired. So why am I holding myself back? So I'm really stepping into the shoes of I am an influencer. I can influence. And one of the girls said the other day that you can either wear it and share it. Like maybe if you don't feel super confident on social media yet, you wear it and share it in your social groups and your outings, whatever you're doing, or you step into the shoes of becoming an influencer and one of those Instagram girlies. And that's what we're doing. So I just have made so many friendships, and that's what I prayed for, and that's what God has given me. And I'm just so grateful for that. So here at our Cappadocia city tours, so fast forward, we get on the plane, we're in Cappadocia. Imagine waking up and getting on a bus with now your new closest friends and being driven around to just go to each monumental piece of their culture. And why I feel like that's so important is because I don't want to plan tours. Like, I don't know, when I'm traveling, like the hassle to plan to go here, to go there, to get on, like it's a lot. But here you just get on the bus, they take you to where you want to go, and that's it. So what you see here is the pottery class, and just something that's so cool. It's a ceramic pottery making. So they show them how they make it. It takes over 5 years to learn this skill. There's only 6 families in all of Turkey that still do this. And we got to have the inside family experience and see the time and effort that goes into all of the drawing and the coloring, how all of the colors on there are actually from minerals. There's no dyes, super heat resistant. They put on like this oil on there and lit it on fire and closed off the lights. And it was like this blue flame, serving us this delicious apple tea that I've never had before. And when they brought us over to the spice place, obviously had to get my hand on some apple tea. So they brought us to a pottery making class, a jewelry making place, spices, leather, like how they do their own leather. They brought us all around the city. And what you see on the right-hand side is actually the underground cities of Cappadocia. So these underground cities are ancient, like ancient. And for any of our ladies of faith, these caves are where the Christian community used to go down there to be able to protect themselves and be able to pray without the fear of being killed, as remorse as that sounds. But they used to be able to fit 200,000 people down there, including cattle and agriculture. They would make their own wine. We would go close to the walls and see etchings of crosses in there. You could feel the energy in that area. So I just love this part because you got to just experience the culture of Turkey. And beyond the beautiful views, there's just so much culture. And I'm so grateful that I got to experience it and I didn't have to plan any of it. So if we don't mind moving to our next one, I know, why is it making me so emotional? I know, I'm still emotional. Okay. So this was our wind up party, the Cappadocia Cave party. This is like the very last night. Kat and I arrived. We turned the corner and we're like, it. Imagine like Coachella, but like for yourself, okay? For the people that you love. They should have called it Cappadocia-chella, okay? It was like these Turkish rugs lined your walkway. There was so much beautiful lighting. There was a hot air balloon right here, like a hot air balloon in the middle of the entrance. It was insane. You walk up and there's this massive line of a buffet of authentic Turkish food, everything extremely fresh. And you can see on the bottom left there, that's just like one little snippet, but they were roasting kebabs on there and chicken and everything. There was just so much food. There was so much food that I fed us so much food. And mind you, I don't drink. However, there was glasses of wine, like one after the other, like whatever you want to drink, whatever you want to eat, you were there. Mind you, you don't have to tip them because pharmacy obviously pays for everything. But I gave the guy a little tip because I was like, I don't want to walk up and get my food. And the whole night, this guy's coming over with plates of chicken wings and kebabs and this and that, to the point where Kat and I were like, okay, enough, enough. Like they took care of us so well there. There was face painting, light up stuff. Everything was an Instagram moment. You had pharmacy look on the rocks behind you with the lights. It was insane. Like I've never been to a party like that. The amount of money they must have spent on that was ridiculous. Kat and I looked at each other and we're like, we didn't even make them as much money as they spent on like this party alone. And Sinan, the CEO of the company, did explain that the first paid trip, or sorry, the first international travel trip of the compensation plan, which Brooke is going to go into, they want to make it the most wow experience so you know what the company is all about. And what he said that really stuck with me is Sinan has a mic, looks at his brother, and he's like, my brother and I, we don't do average. Pharmacy is not an average company. I was like, no, you're not. Absolutely not. And so they come pull over all of the earners, like different ranks of whatnot, which was really inspiring for me. Because then we see one of our top earners here, Ale, on the bottom right, and they celebrated her first $1 million month. $1 million in a month. And I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. And also I just want to say, I said to Kat, I think one of my limiting beliefs was I felt like anybody who got started in this industry just like rocketed to the top, like who really, starts and like work their way up. But so many people like Adela I've met now that have started with no experience whatsoever. And just the way this compensation plan is created, the way that the resources that we all have with the school platform and our calls and our one-on-one, the care, the love, the compassion about all of the leaders, I'm seeing people start from absolutely no experience, or people have been in the industry before, maybe have felt burnt out, now starting to rise and grow and grow and grow. And that gave me so much motivation and inspiration, because then also they announced that the next trip for our next rank is in the Maldives. And Kat and I look at each other and we're like, we're not allowed to travel without each other. So we got to get to the Maldives because I'm not going without you. And it was just like, friends, like, I don't know. I just really hope that all of you see the vision and know that it's possible for you, because it really, really, really is. And like I think Juanita said, Turkey was also not on my bucket list. I didn't know how badly I needed to be there, but I really did. And I'm so grateful that I was. And my one standout experience on my own, as we were asked to share, was my good friend, my adrenaline sister on here, Michelle. We ride horses, and we got these horses and we were galloping full send, like full gallop through the wilderness with the sunset. I felt like this was my dream that I just like copy pasted into real life. It was insane, like insane. I hope that you all can feel it and feel this energy, because we're so dedicated to help you get there. We want all of you to go there because we also want to go with you next year. So can you please get your motivation going, because we want to help you go, because we want to go with you again next year.
I can't believe we get to call this work. Like, I'm looking at this, and yes, we were able to earn this trip, but they paid us for everything we did along the way. Like, you get paid to go and do this. And I'm just like, well, I would have never been able to do this alone. And even if I did decide to go on a trip to Turkey alone, like having this big group of, friends with you, and none of us were friends before. We all became friends because of this, and it just creates such a beautiful community. And we're going to pass it on to Brooke, who's going to share how you can earn brand trips like this. And I'm excited for you all to hear from her. Or did I miss? Are you speaking on this too, Adriana? Oh no, Brooke. Go ahead, Brooke. Let me unmute you. For some reason it's freezing on me. There you go. Oh, 1 second.
Okay, you were cutting out. I was like,
Oh, sorry. I didn't say anything.
no, not right now. The Wi-Fi. No worries, no worries. Okay. So a couple of things before I dive into my section, just from some notes I've been taking for those of you that don't know me. My name is Brooke Rash. I started in direct sales in 2007. So 18 years ago, when I was pregnant with my junior year of high school yesterday, and I started out of a necessity to be able to like literally stay home with my kids and put food on the table. And I learned the love for marketing and sales and team building. And I could never imagine not being in this industry. I've had a lot of success in the industry. I've helped a lot of other people have success. And I think the biggest thing about this industry is, yes, there's money and there's trips, but I think the belief and the confidence that we as women like build in each other with the community is I could go and do anything, right? I could do coaching and I could sell courses, but you're not gonna have getting chills. Like you're not gonna get the same kind of experience like they were saying is like traveling with a group of women who become like such good friends because you all have similar mindset and goals and a vision for the life you want to create for yourself. So absolutely love this industry. Someone asked, how is this different from Mexico? So we did have a brand trip to Mexico back in June. Amazing trip. This was next level. Like they said, like they flew us over to Istanbul. They planned all of the excursions. They planned the dinners. Like we had a little bit of free time. We didn't do a lot of sleeping. Then they flew us over to Cappadocia. They planned all of these experiences for us. We never once had to whip out our credit card unless we wanted to go shopping or have, something, an experience on our own. But it was like a 5-star luxury experience. So you can't even really compare it to Mexico. I'm sure the other girls would agree. Like, yes, Mexico was nice as an entry level trip, which all of you can earn as well. But this was just next level. And that's why we're doing this call because we're still just so mind blown. Like, we all just got home like 24 hours ago from this international trip. And we're like, we threw this together. Thank you, Kat, for, spearheading all of this and making these beautiful slides. So that, and what I think was just so amazing about this trip, I mean, so many amazing things, but going there and seeing how very little people who were on this trip actually spoke English because a lot of them were from other countries. So in my past company experiences, the whole company was basically US. And sure, we had like, some Hispanic people, like some Spanish speakers, but it was a small, segment. Whereas this, it was like there were so many different languages being spoken, and the US was only just a small part of who was there, which means we have such a huge opportunity to grow this brand and this business in North America. Okay. So please keep that in mind that we're so tiny in the States and in Canada right now. And then Pharmacity, just briefly on that, because Adela had asked me to speak a little bit on that. It was an incredible experience, you guys. They welcomed us with a marching band. We had a dance party. The energy was just insane. But I think for like, even my husband was there and he loved seeing the packaging process. So for those of you that are just learning about pharmacy, what really sets pharmacy apart is that they're a manufacturing company, which means they control everything. They're not doing third-party outsourcing. They grow the raw ingredients, they create the products, they create the packaging, they even own the IT company that runs the business on the back end. So we got to see the process of like the finished products going in the packaging and like watching the packaging go from like just being a flat piece of paper to like being rolled up to now it has a cap and they put the product in there. It was just unreal. Like we got to see the makeup and the skincare and the supplements. We got to see all of that. And that was just for those of you who are really analytical and nerdy and like you get into that stuff. It really helped to paint the vision for like what we have here in this company is unlike any other company. Like truly, it is so unique. And I want everyone to be able to go and experience going to Pharmacity, which is the pharmacy headquarters right outside of Istanbul. Not only do they have the facility there where they create and package everything and offices, but they have like their own like mini like hotel, I guess, is, you know, on campus. And so our teams, we can book it out. It books out like 3 months in advance, but we can book it for incentive trips. We can go and we can mastermind there. They have a pool. They feed us there. Like they have kitchens and chefs that they staff. It's just really, I'm telling you, like unlike anything I've ever experienced. And this is my third company in 18 years. I've been in other companies. I've had other experiences, and nothing compares to what I have experienced in my now 11 months or 10 months in pharmacy. Okay, so the photo shoot, someone asked, like, is this something that pharmacy planned for us? No, we did this on our free time. So I did this just like the morning before we flew out, and the other girls like worked theirs into their schedule as well. This was honestly the content that made me turn my head last year and say, wait, what is this pharmacy business all about? Because I never thought I would leave the last company that I was at. When I saw these girls walking like badasses through the desert, through wild horses, I saw Christy Stone's content and I thought it was AI. I was like, that's digital, right? Like that's not real. But they were like, oh no, it's real. And I was like, I have to go there and I have to get this content myself. And my husband got to come with me on this trip and we got to create some really epic content. So you have the hot air balloons, there's a cave they can take you to. There's the horses. Next time we go back, there's like a lake, the Salt Lake that's like, it looks like mirrored. You know what I'm talking about, Kat? It's like an hour or two away. We just didn't have time to get it all in on this trip. But if you want to be able to start, you know, creating things like this and building your own brand, because ultimately at the end of the day, you're your own brand. And people buy from you, right? People don't buy from companies, they buy from people. They're going to buy from people they know, like, and trust. This is going to be a huge brand builder for you, and you're just going to have an amazing time. Like, honestly, I was so scared to step out into the horses. So I had another girl went before me, and I was like, okay, she didn't get trampled, so I guess I'm going to be okay. But it was just an unreal experience. And I've done so many content shoots over the years. I absolutely love the artistic side of doing content shoots. This trumped any content shoot experience I ever had before. So that's something else that you'll get to do whenever you come on the trip. And I think some of the girls booked shoots in Istanbul. I think Kat did. We haven't seen her finished content yet, but you can do photo shoots like this in Istanbul as well. So if you have your own brand or you're looking to build your own brand, you're going to have the opportunity to create like content on another level while you're there. And I already signed someone up from the trip. I've already had 3 prospecting calls, and I'm about to have another one after this call just from this trip. That's how much these trips are going to help you build your business. Should we go to the next slide, Kat? All right, so the question that you're asking is, how do you get on the brand trips? We're going to walk you through how to earn these unforgettable experiences. So in pharmacy, there's really 2 main ways to earn money. The first one is by selling products, right? You sell your favorite products, like your favorite lip gloss or perfume, you know, whatever your favorite products are. I always tell people, find a few hook products. We have such a diverse catalog, but you don't have to try to promote everything. Choose 3 or 4 hook products, things that you just absolutely love and you use. Work those into your content all the time. You're going to earn a 50% commission when you sell your favorite products to customers. The second way to earn money is by building a team. And pharmacy really, really rewards leadership. And leadership, that means building other leaders. Can you go back to that slide, Kat? Yes, thank you. Okay, so you're hearing us talk all about this Turkey trip, but did you know that there's other trips? Like, did you know that there's other trips? Oh my gosh, you guys. So the first trip, so it's built on leadership, right? So your first goal, like if you're like, I really want to come in, I want to build residual income. I want that $3,000 a month, like Adela was talking about. I want to be able to stay home with my kids and homeschool or travel, like whatever your dream is, you can have it through this business opportunity. So everything is built on leadership. So your first goal would be to come in and hit 5,000 in volume. Now you're considered a leader, okay? But in order to start earning these trips, you have to build other leaders. So when you build your first leader of 5,000 in volume, they're going to send you down here to Miami. I live down near Miami. I'm close to the corporate office, so I can go anytime. It's amazing. But they host a leadership academy. And I think ours is actually coming up in October. Some of the girls who started before me already went, and it's like a long weekend, right, Kat? Yeah. So you'll get to come to the corporate headquarters here in the US in Miami. You'll get to experience seeing like the distribution center, and that's going to be your first trip. The second trip is the one that we just talked about. So when you've built two legs, you built two leaders. Now you're going to get to go to Turkey and have that crazy experience that we all just had. That was just for two leaders. We just built two leaders, okay? Isn't that just insane? It's just insane to me. It's just mind blowing to me. And we mute, please. I'm very easily distractible. Okay. Now, once you've built four leaders, okay, that means you have four people who have 5,000 in volume under you. They're going to pay for your convention experience. We have convention, actually, Pharmacenergy coming up in less than a month. It's also here in Miami. If you haven't already gotten your ticket, please get your ticket. It's not too late. Whether you're already in the company or you're thinking about joining, I'm telling you, get signed up and come. It's going to be so amazing. You're going to be inspired. You're going to get training. We're going to have new product launches. But when you have four leaders under you and you hit the rank of platinum director, they're going to pay for your convention experience. They're going to put you up in a hotel. They're going to cover your travel expenses. So you're not coming out of pocket for that experience. Okay. I'm so excited for Pharmacenergy. Now, the next trip, this is the one that they're on right now because they did two of these back to back. So some of the girls that were in Turkey with us just 2 days ago are now in Venice, Italy, which is, let me know in the comments if Italy is on your bucket list. It's on mine. I'm actually Italian and I've never been to Italy, which I feel like it's a crime. So I have to get there soon. But when you've built 8 leaders, now you have 8 people under you that are at leadership level, they are going to send you to a European destination. I believe last year it was Rome. Currently they're in Venice. And I think like maybe the year before it was Greece. So you're going to be going somewhere that's on most people's bucket list. And it's going to be even at a higher level than the Turkey trip that we just had. So I'm like, girls, we have to be on this trip together. So I want to see all of you hitting Emerald because I'm not going without you. Like we have to be on this trip together. Kat, girl, you got to be there with the content queen. We need your direction. Okay. And then finally, the last experience that they offer is for the rank of Diamond Director. And that is when you have 12 leaders under you. Now, I will tell you, I have someone on my team who has already earned, she's been here in this company for 6 months. She's already earned every single one of these experiences. Okay. So it's totally doable for you. So when you have 12 leader legs, you're going to get a luxury tropical getaway. And they just announced the next one is going to be in the Maldives in February. So imagine everything we talked about on the Turkey experience, but now you're way on the other side of the world. You're again in another bucket list destination and everything is just next level. Like I remember Issa telling us that I think they gave them like a $2,000 credit on their room to use like whatever they wanted, like on whatever they wanted, like at the spa or gift shop or room service, like whatever they wanted. It was like, here's just like an extra $2,000 to spend however you want to on top of flying them there, on top of putting them up. And you guys, I'm just telling you, like after experiencing that, I'm like, they truly are not exaggerating when they say that they're not average. They don't do just typical experiences. What do we have on the next slide, Kat? I might be getting ahead of myself. I tend to do that sometimes. Okay, so currently right now they're on the Emerald trip and then the Diamond experience is coming up Here's a few of the images that I just very quickly grabbed off of Isa and Bianca, who happen to be some of our uplines from this trip currently. So these photos are like less than 40. Well, these on the Venice. If you can follow them on Instagram right now, go follow them and see what they're doing behind the scenes in Venice. And then this was from their trip to the Maldives last year, which I was just blown away. So going on the golden trip. So you guys, on top of the trip, like when you hit these ranks, you're going to get free gifts. Okay. So the company's always giving us free stuff. You're going to get the luggage to go on your trip. You're going to get your carry-on bag. You're going to get your robe. You're going to get your pharmacy candle. You're going to get your tumbler. You're going to get your pillow, the little fanny pack. I wear it to the gym every day. I've never been a part of a company that's given us so much free swag. Like, oh yeah, the candle, it smells like this high-end fragrance that I have actually. I'm hoping that they will make this a fragrance. I need to pass that information along. So you're going to get so many freebies. I've never been a part of a company that's given us so much swag and freebies like ever, ever. And when you hit these ranks that you earn these trips, you're also getting cash bonuses. Okay, so when you hit bronze, when you hit director, you get 1,000. When you hit bronze, you get 1,000. When you hit golden, you get 2,000. When you hit platinum, you get 4,000. When you hit emerald, I think it's 10,000. I don't want to say the wrong. Oh, I don't want to say the wrong ones. The text is really small here, and my vision is progressively getting worse year after year.
No, you're good. This just shows you the bonuses that you get on your way to Golden. So as you're, helping more people become leaders, you are going to get $1,000 director bonus, $1,000 bronze bonus, a $2,000 golden bonus. So in total, you
Okay.
get a $4,000 bonus towards this trip. Plus, they give you a car bonus. So you get a $350 car bonus that can go towards your car. If you drive a motorcycle, it can go towards your motorcycle, your bike. If your car's already paid off, that's just, your insurance, but you get a $350 car bonus on top of a $4,000 bonus on your way to earning this trip.
Awesome. Yes, thank you because I couldn't read that.
It's okay.
Remember, I'm 45, Kat. Macular degeneration. Just wait, it's coming for you. So, what do we want to talk about on the comp plan? What do we want to cover on this?
We're just gonna show them what's needed for the golden trip.
Okay, yeah. So the qualifications for the golden trip is actually very attainable. I hit this on month two. I've had people come in and hit it in 2 days. Okay, so you could do it in 2 days, you could do it in 2 months, you could do it in 10 months, you could do it in 2 years. Everyone is going to work at their own pace. And the beauty of this is it's not a one and done because they do this experience every single year. Okay, so if you didn't get it this year, that's okay. You can work towards it next year. And we have some girls that earned it that weren't able to come because they just didn't have enough time to plan. Maybe they had some scheduling conflicts. And the company is so kind that they'll allow you to defer it to the following year if for whatever reason you can't make it. So it's really awesome. So the requirements for earning this trip and being at Golden Director is you just need a collective group volume of $10,000 and you need 2 leader legs. So like I said, 5,000 makes a leader. So you need 2 leaders that have 5,000. And then in addition to that, you need to have 2,500 in sales that's not under them. That means you're actually doing some work yourself as well. And that's it. Like,
Very simple. And if, like Adriana said, you don't understand this right now and it looks foreign, I was new to network marketing at one point too. I didn't understand any of this. I just came in, I had fun, I shared the products, and it just happened. It just kept multiplying because I just kept sharing. So don't overwhelm yourself. Just have fun with this, have fun with sharing, and you'll be surprised at who wants to share with you, and the numbers will start to multiply.
yeah, I'm actually not a numbers person. I'm like the worst person to ask about the compensation plan. But like Kat said, when you just come in and you just start sharing your passion for what you're doing, your business is going to grow. And then you can just defer those questions to someone else who does know how to answer them. We have the resources available to answer the questions. So if you're like, you know what, I don't know, but I have a video that I can send.
Exactly. And now we're
So
gonna share how to get started.
Yeah, so to get started, super simple. There's two different ways that you can get started. The easiest way is to just choose a pre-selected product pack. And we have 125 packs, we have 250 packs, and we have 500 packs. Because we have such a diverse product range, there's really something for everyone. The number one objection I hear from people is, I can't sell makeup. And I'm like, actually, I sell way more nutrition products than I do makeup. So you don't even have to sell makeup or love makeup or be a makeup professional, even though pharmacy is known a lot for its makeup, to be really successful in this business. One of the things that really drew me to this company was the variety of products. I'm kind of that person. Let me know in the comments if you're the same. I get bored very easily, and I like to have the variety to pick and choose like what I want to talk about. And so what I found about this company is that you can pick it to choose your brand, your niche, your lifestyle. If you don't ever want to talk about makeup ever, you don't have to. But guess what? You're going to sell someone on something. Maybe it's a nutrition product, maybe it's a hair care product, whatever it may be. And then they're going to be like, oh, wait, but you have makeup too. And so then people are going to start shopping and buying all of their things. I had one of my influencers who doesn't build, she just buys. She said, this is the first company I've ever ordered from where I can like literally get everything. And I was like, wow, that's like such an amazing testimonial. So you're going to choose your product pack. You can choose from the premium skincare and nutrition. We have a men's one. We have one that's all makeup. We have skin and makeup. We have skin and nutrition. And then the Supreme kit. Listen, I say go big or go home, go all in. You're going to get a little bit of everything. But you can choose based on your budget and your interest. You can just choose one of those packs, and that's immediately going to unlock your 50% discount. You're going to get your own website. You can immediately start signing people up and taking orders. Or if you're more of the person that you're like, you know what, I want to pick and choose the products I want. What you're going to do, actually, I use these boxes to lift my computer up. You're going to choose the 19.99. You're going to get a box full of samples, and then that unlocks your 50% discount, and you start shopping, and you can pick and choose the items that you want. If that's you and you're like, I want to be able to customize my order, just reach out to the person who invited you to learn about the business and ask them, what are your favorite products? I have a list of my favorite products ready to go. So when someone's ready to sign up, I just send them. It's programmed right into boards on my phone. It's a keyboard shortcut app, and you're going to get access to all of that stuff when you partner with us. And you're just going to send your list of favorites over, and you're going to help them, pick and choose what they want, or you can do a consultation to find out, which products they're interested in. But that's how simple it is to get started. Choose your products, get your website, and you're good to go.
So good. I want to sign up all over again and earn the trip all over again. Drop a 10 in the chat if you are going to be in Turkey next year. Claim it now. And I'm excited for the people that aren't beauty influencers yet. Like, you have a whole open door waiting for you to walk through it. We'll open the door for you, but we can't push you through it. We can't make you walk through it. You have to make that decision to walk through the door that's already been open for you. Just, imagine, ask yourself, what if it all works out? What if I do go to Turkey? What if I do change my circumstances? What if I do change my income? What would it look like if my income just doubled, tripled, 5x, 10x in the next year because of a decision that you get to make for yourself right now? I always say your whole life, everything changes in just one moment and one decision. So what if that was that moment for you right now? So whoever invited you to this call, go back and tell them to send you the link to these packs that you can see here. I chose the $250 skin and makeup kit, but I wish I got the $500 kit. You get so much more in that bundle than than actually purchasing it. And I just ended up buying all those things anyway. But again, like Brooke said, whatever your budget is, what a blessing that we could spend $19.99, add the products that we want, and start a whole business and make hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars through 1999. Where else can you do that, right? Go ahead, Brooke.
And if you're watching live right now, I believe it's through the weekend. So where are we at right now? It is August 15th. We have a free shipping promotion. So as long as you spend $75 or more, you're going to get free shipping. And I'm going to tell you right now, you need to get at least 125 PV. Just go ahead and do it. Make sure you get active, earn all your free products, and get qualified. Because, like Kat said, if you order less, you're just going to end up ordering more. So you may as well just go ahead and get your qualifications in and take advantage of the free shipping promo that we have going on right now.
Yes, we are so excited for all of you. Like, my heart can't contain it. We will see you all on the next training. Tomorrow night, you're going to hear from 5 other leaders that were on this golden trip. We are so happy to be able to bring the golden experience back to you. So we'll see you all tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you, ladies.
Bye.